Hey guys, Austin here with Hope to Cope, checking in today to remind you that you are a miracle and you have a purpose. So usually I try to get these videos done earlier during the day where I can do them outside in nature, but it gets late, it gets dark, so got my fake tree behind me, so we're kind of in nature, and there's a pine trim against the wall, so we're in nature indoors. But anyways, today I wanted to share with you a story of a guy that I met and that I was talking with and that I found was just really inspiring. So this guy has been in pain for a very long time. Chronic pain, just constant, never-ending pain. And he's on a lot of painkillers, but even with all of the meds that he's on, he still feels the pain constantly. And yet this man has a smile on his face. He talks, he's very kind. He asked me if I wanted a drink. He checked in with me and asked how I was doing. And yet here he is, and he's been in constant chronic pain for years. And so when I was asking him, I talked to him, I said, well, what are your thoughts about the future? And he said, oh, I'm optimistic. He says, I'm hoping for a cure. This world is amazing. People are amazing, and they're finding new cures and things all the time. And so I'm hoping for a cure. But if that even doesn't happen, he said, I realize that this is part of my journey and that I'm meant to learn something from this and use this to help other people. And so that's the idea that I've talked about here before, that your mess can become your message. And yet here, we talk a lot about mountains and valleys as well, right? That you get through the valley. But what if you're in a space like this gentleman where he's in chronic pain and that valley doesn't seem to ever end? It's just a constant pain. How do you get through that? How do you deal with that? It really comes down to what he was saying with his mindset and how he's able to see it as an opportunity for him to learn and grow. He said he doesn't feel like he's being punished by God or anything like that, but rather that it's something for him to experience to help him grow and learn things that he couldn't have learned otherwise. And so I really admired that perspective that he has and that attitude. I don't know if I would be able to do that myself, dealing with chronic pain. I hope that I could. And yet he said that his story is nothing unique or special, and that everybody has their stuff. Everybody is going through their own stuff. And so who is he to compare to anybody else? So again, this is why I'm sharing it with you, because a very strong person with his perspective, his mentality, his perspective on life. And so what can we learn from that? That no matter what you are going through, no matter what your valley is, no matter if it's a valley that seems to stretch on forever, your perspective can better your experience. He's still dealing with chronic pain, but because he chooses to see it with an optimistic view, he seeks to connect with others and talk to others and help others. He says it helps him bear the pain, makes it more bearable. And so I'm just sharing this with you today, and you can take from it what you want or whatever stands out to you. But in our pains, in our valleys, we can choose our perspective, we can choose our attitude, and with that we can choose to have an optimistic viewpoint. We can choose to serve others and love others through our pain, or we can become negative, pessimistic, angry, and we can isolate ourselves and shut down. We've got two options: open up and grow, shut down and die. And so remember, you are a miracle, you have a purpose. Your life has a purpose, no matter what you're going through, no matter what valleys you're in or mountain peaks, there's meaning in life. And so I invite you to have an attitude of gratitude, to have a perspective of optimism, and to try to find the good in any situation and be a light in the lives of others. Thank you for being you. Remember, I'm here at Hope to Cope every day, checking in to give you some hope to help you cope with whatever it is that you're going through. I'm grateful for you. I see you, and I look forward to seeing you again soon.